All right, now let's take a look at other markets. Now we see in the crypto market, we see fear grid index at 18 points of 100. That's an improvement from what we saw yesterday, about 16 points. We're seeing a little green in that market at this point. Market cap up about 2.39% at $892.72 billion. And we see volume traded, that's Bitcoin plus the altcoins up about 35.33%. Bitcoin dominance sits at 42.76%, still inching downward there. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin now. We see it's $20,019, down 0.40%. We see Bitcoin extended losses and traded below the 19,200 level against the US dollar, but found support near 19,000 and started an upside correction. And we see Bitcoin now trading at, it did drop as low as 18,916 and started an upside correction. The price is now trading above the 20,000 level and testing the 100 hourly simple moving average. There was a break above a key bearish trend line with resistance near about $19,400. So still eyes on Bitcoin as the market is still quite volatile. Let's look at the top alts by market cap now. It's all red on that counter with BNB trading at $230.72, down 0.12%. It's all red, you know, on that counter with XRP still holding strong to that 30 cents range. Let's bring in Olumide Additional now, financial market analyst. Hello, Olumide, great to have you.
Very volatile.
Yeah, quite a volatile morning we're seeing here. And, you know, obviously that U.S. inflation data came, you know, really hot. And but it seems Bitcoin is holding up pretty okay. We're not seeing like 5% drop this morning.
Yeah, but if you look at recent price action right now, Bitcoin is hovering below the support level of $20,000. That just tells you that investors are digesting the reality that the CPI index trading at 4-decade high means that the U.S. Fed might even increase interest rates by 100 basis points, and that pretty much is why we're seeing moderation in the in today's trading session. But having said that, I think understanding the liquidity crunch, not just in the crypto market, in many markets, it becomes a point where investors rather will stay on the sideline, and that's why we're seeing prices being ranging below that region. But market pundits will tell you that it's very likely that Bitcoin drops to the demand zone, and that is telling you 18,000 below. That's because it seems that Bitcoin is not able to hold that support, because seeing those price testing at that region tells you that we are seeing whales now becoming very shaky. You know, a lot of retail investors have sold their positions, and what we have right now are big bad players, and the market is looking very, very painful right now for these players.
And some analysts say, you know, most of these big players are sitting on a lot of cash on the sideline, you know, at this point, you know, looking at the equities market, you know, the crypto market and most of these asset classes. When do you think they'll start, you know, scaling in with all of that cash?
Well, it doesn't look likely soon, because, like, you know, the core inflation tells you that investors will rather focus on necessities and try and have a risk-off mode sentiment. And with the US dollar hovering at record high, it pretty tells you where investors are putting their money right now. So it's very unlikely for us to see the bullish rally we saw in 2021 playing in 2022. But having said that, you know, systemically, we are seeing selective hedge fund players picking on key assets, particularly Bitcoin and Ethereum. So market pundits will tell you that the Ethereum merge might really see some upside in that, and we still see blue chip NFT still getting the swag despite the bearish market.
Right, Olumide, and obviously the first half wasn't so good for most of these risk assets. We're in the second half now, and it's still not looking good. Olumide, where do you see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, that's a very tough question, but
I know.
I think one thing will play out. As long as U.S. inflation still remains high, we're expecting continual moderation in crypto prices. However, you know, some economists wanted to tell you that it's very likely the U.S. inflation data might peak in some months' time. That will really give some respite in the crypto market. But the way the narrative goes, it's very likely the flagship crypto in Bitcoin stays below $20,000 this year.
Right, and most analysts will say you should stay in fundamentally sound stocks at this point. You know, the ones that are paying, you know, dividends. But how do you find this alternative in the crypto space? Where do you find, you know, such altcoins that can actually, you know, give you some respite in this tough time?
Yeah, just like you said, so we have blue chip crypto assets, and just for namesake, crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum seems to be the leading ones. Then also we have blue chip NFT, like the Bored Apes, that attract institutional and big time investors. That really will stand the test of time. But you know, one of the exciting thing about this market is that the crypto regulation brought in by US regulators suggests that many crypto assets will be ranked as commodities, and that will give some respite to some of these leading altcoins too. So I think what investors should be looking at right now is entering the market with their toes rather than their legs, because the market still shows that the risk volatility is still much in play.
Right, and it's crazy because some investors don't even have toes to go into this market at this point,
Yeah,
Olumide. All right, Olumide, thank you
yeah.
so much. Always great to talk to you, Olumide.
Same here.
All right, now let's look at the top 5 gainers. We're seeing double-digit gains, even though it's a red market. We're seeing Matic there up about 15.60% at 63 cents, and curved out there, $1.03, up 14.32%. We also see Aave on that list. So there's some gains being made, you know, with some of these altcoins. Flip over to the top 5 losers. We see it's that stable coin, the USTC Classic there. It's 3 cents. That's supposed to be a stable coin of $1, but it's down about 11.97%. And we see Gala there down about 2.31%. One of the play-to-earn platforms, and eCash there down 0.75%, less than a cent. All right.